Twitch. Let's see if my sorry, not Twitch, fucking TikTok. Let's see if TikTok's fixed today. Should be live on YouTube now. Hi YouTube. Hi YouTube. How we go YouTube? Oh, what? Vertical stream glitched out for a sec. All right, TikTok, you better. Oh, guys, pray for me. I actually think one of the reasons I was tweaking yesterday was because of TikTok. Like TikTok has been such an amazing driver for me to drive people from TikTok over to the Twitch channel. At the end of last year, I literally gained like 6K followers just from Abu Dhabi alone on TikTok, and I was like, damn, TikTok is the meta for me, man. And then Australia, I got a week ban right before the weekend, so I didn't have any TikTok for Australia. And then China, I got suspended after Friday's stream. And then now here we are in Japan, and now it's all fucking bugged, bro. It's all messed up. Most normal TikTok experience. What's up, Vince? Are you having issues at the moment, or is it just me? Because basically, yesterday's stream, 20 seconds after watching a video, right? Like I'm literally talking like, oh, like let's say I click on this video right now. Boom. We'll do a test. Boom. Not suspended. Boom. Live restricted. It usually takes like 10, 20 minutes, but like it literally is doing it instantly for me. But the worst part was yesterday, I was literally doing a watch along and I got 3 strikes for unoriginal content. For doing a watch along. What the fuck? But the thing that confused me was after the stream, I was like, oh, maybe there's a new update and they're just like fucking everyone who's not doing anything. I was scrolling the Rocket League section. Everyone was watching the Rocket League tournament. So I can't watch a VCard vlog on YouTube without getting fucked. But these guys can watch the whole Rocket League tournament. I'm so confused, man. I'm so... Anyways. We need to have fun showcase at TwitchCon. That would be sick. Are you going to go to it, Vince? Will I see you there if I do go? That's my thing. I'm like, I wonder what other F1 creators are going to go. Because I'd like to, you know, see the gang there. But I don't know how many people go to TwitchCon. Final weekend. Wait, I read that. Where's up to chat? Kind of dope though, no. Good morning, been up since 3. I'm also at 3D drivers up Luminary Girly. TwitchCon saw a thing in 2026. Yeah, so I don't think it's as big anymore, especially after all the fucking like antics that happened at the US one. But yeah, I get hit by unoriginal content often. Okay, so it's not just me then. I know that I like, obviously it's different for me because I do different type of content like gaming, but it's so bad, man. Being inactive when I'm right there, oh, that's the worst as well. Ding dong, are you active? It usually comes from one person reporting your stream and then an AI moderator auto takes it down. Wait, really? It's from someone reporting. Damn. Whoever that is in chat, stop doing that to me, bro. Stop doing that to me. But I contacted TikTok support and I was like, guys, my stream is bugged. Like, it's literally, I'm getting flagged for no reason. And they were like, we've had a look and there's no restrictions on your channel. I'm like, I know there's no restrictions right now, but every time I go live. Anyways. 12 minutes for practice start, so let's start molding. We have George, Kimmy, Fred, and the camera for their helmet unboxing. Here's the result. Is it a photo or is it a video? Okay, hey let's see how long it takes for TikTok to flag this. Let's see.
Here with Kimmy and Fred, and we're going to show you our Wolf Y3 inspired
the shirts,
helmets.
Bro, the pants.
So, Kimmy, tell us about your helmet.
My helmet has a wolf, as you can see, a wolf here.
Look, my helmet has a wolf.
His helmet has a wolf.
Oh, they all got the wolf.
His helmet has a wolf too.
We got 3 wolves.
Why's Fred got a helmet, bro?
Okay.
So our helmet is about
What's he use that helmet for?
But not Toto Wolf.
He did the helmet in the sim?
No.
Y3.
Wait, I didn't even clock Toto Wolf.
From 2006.
Was that the year you were born?
The year I was born.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But pretty cool.
Wait, why is Fred saying that's crazy but he was born in 2001?
Something different.
Yeah, pretty cool. So looking forward to use this weekend.
Actually, no, Fred's born in 2003.
So I also have a wolf, and I got to keep the gold details, which I quite
Yours
like.
That is clean. Nah, I think Fred's got the best.
Mine and Kimmy's look kind of identical. I mean, the only thing
is the front.
Is the visor. So if you're looking, Kimmy has blue visor, white visor strip. I have black and black. So that is...
Make sure you pick your own helmet tomorrow.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah, why? Like, why are they like basically got the same design?
thing to look out
That's
for.
gonna be even
it's
harder
super cool
to see
because there's only been 2 teams who have done a Y3 collab in the past. Japanese football team, national team, Real Madrid, and now
us.
Mercedes F1.
Sup, Seb posts things. I do read TikTok chat. Did you hear that TikTok? I do read TikTok chat.
So very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arigato.
Arigato. I like the vibes of that bit. I like the vibes. Very chill. Suzuka Manga Memories. Edition 4. Wait, what is this? Oh, they're doing like a okay. I see. Max Verstappen at his next press conference after he kicked half the credited journalists out of the room. I don't care every time I see this clip, it's a banger, bro. Every time, bro. He might be our generation's dictator, okay?
Hello?
Fucking love speed that, bro. Holy shit. What else we got? We got 9 minutes till practice start. Oh my god, TikTok, I love you so much. Keep this up, TikTok. I love you. Anthony is still wearing a hand brace following his crash in Australia. Damn, really? Max just toughing it out. I don't like this pic at all, man. This pic scares me. This literally looks like Carlos with his new haircut. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that photo of Seb and Alonso crossed on the line, milliseconds apart. That wasn't shown on the broadcast, by the way. The media should boycott Max Verstappen. Ferrari bought the Macarena wing to Japanese Grand Prix, but the team decided not to use the rotating rear wing elements, even though spare parts were available in the Suzuka garage to equip both cars. Interesting. Yeah, this is probably the best image. This is what it looks like the most. Literally looks like they're making some fucking bread and they got some flour on themselves. Yep, TikTok restricted. My TikTok career is over, guys. My TikTok career is over. I wasn't even doing anything. What was I doing wrong? I watched one fucking speed clip. What was I doing wrong? I literally can't do anything. And then watch, I'll appeal it, and then it will get instantly accepted, and then it will just happen again. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore with my life. Lewis Hamilton X Samurai. Oh, that was gonna be the video of him whipping the swords out. By the way, the 2026 Formula 1 champion looks like this. Real. The journey, nothing you can do. It's so cool. Yeah, honestly, like I'm actually so mad because like I feel like you know how good TikTok has been for us Twitch creators to like bring people over, and I've not had. I mean, to be fair, the streams have been amazing on Twitch and YouTube, despite TikTok not existing for me this year from a stream perspective. But then I'm like, bro, imagine how much more like people we could have brought over to the Twitch stream if I was able to stream on TikTok the last 3 Grand Prix. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to wait for the next update. Maybe I'm in like some jail at the moment that I'm going to wait to get out of. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So we've worked so hard to get ourselves in this position, and the best team should come out on top. We've obviously had 4 years of struggle. There have been 2 other teams over the 4 years who've dominated and won. Just because we're sort of back on top, I don't think it's quite right. Everybody's trying to slow us down, especially when you're 2 races in. We shouldn't forget these things. We do have an advantage right now, but I think they've really hit the ground running and done a great job. We hope it continues. Now, I'm trying to be better, right? I'm going to try to be better at not like flaming everyone in the F1 world like I've been lately. But I saw a lot of people flaming Russell online for this quote, so I'm going to join in. Why is bro complaining when all he and his team did for years was try to stop Red Bull from being too quick? And now he's complaining, being like, just because we're quick. Bro, that's the sport, man. Grow up. I've always said this about Mercedes, and, you know, say I'm a Red Bull fan all you want, I don't care. But when Red Bull and Ferrari would attack Mercedes because they were the best, Mercedes would sit there and be like, you guys, like, look at you guys crying, blah, blah, blah. They'd fight back, you know what I mean? And then they'd like complain about it. And then when Red Bull were on top, Mercedes would do everything they could to try bring Red Bull down. And Red Bull would just shrug it off. They wouldn't fight back. You wouldn't hear Christian complaining or anything like that. They'd just shrug their shoulders and be like, whatever, who cares? And it just looks so hypocritical on Mercedes' part. And now they're back on top. And now they're crying about everyone complaining about them. Like, how hypocritical can he be, bro? How hypocritical can he be? Whoa. That's kind of freaky. That's kind of freaky. What else we got? What else we got? So Lewis Hamilton was asked why he loved racing and Max Verstappen did not. This was his response. I don't know if I can use the word love, but I'm just saying that I enjoy racing. Naturally, when you have a good car and you're competitive, it's nice to be at the front. Some drivers, I think a lot of drivers are not enjoying it, but I'm just personally enjoying it. It's a lighter car. They're more nimble. They're more fun to drive. Do I love the power deployment? Absolutely not. I actually really dislike that. Do I love the straight line mode? Not particularly, but as a whole, I think it's exciting for the sport. Yeah, honestly, I read this whole quote yesterday, and I actually really like what Lewis had to say. I thought it was a very balanced take. It's a shame that the big news outlets kind of just took one quote or a couple quotes and kind of made it look like Lewis was glazing the regs / shitting on others for not liking the regs. Esteban Ocon, big consequences after receiving death threats. Ocon received death threats following his collision with Colapinto at the Chinese GP. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do I want death threats and stuff like that in the sport? Absolutely not. But it's so annoying that every single time someone gets bullied online, it's like everyone makes a big deal about it. It's like, bro, it's just the way the world is. Like, how is this news, bro? How is this news? Typical Argentinian fan. Yeah, they're very passionate, which I love, but also they take it way too far sometimes. Way too far. Yeah. Is a Mercedes trying to stop Ferrari's starts? I mean, yeah, exactly. True. TikTok Discovery is incredible. Yeah, honestly, it's amazing. Lando's extremely unlikely to make FP3 due to the team finding another EIS issue. No, honestly, like, I feel for Lando. And if I was Lando / McLaren, I'd be like, look, well, actually, it is McLaren's fault, isn't it? But I don't know. They need to sort something out, man. They need to sort something out. That's actually fucked. Scroll up and look at the onboard grid. Bid. Holy fuck, he like teleported into the upside down after he crossed the pit lane. That is insane. Before we get into practice, last thing I'll read. F1J says, can you imagine after 2021 a journalist says to Lewis, so you lost the title because you drove yourself into Grove and you lot would be doing sorts of madness. To be honest, I do agree with him. I do think like people would also freak out if they said this about Lando or about Lewis, which I mean people did freak out when anyone said that about Lando. But I think the difference was Max's mistake was a choice that was, you know, probably what he shouldn't have made, whereas this was a mistake that just, you know, happens in racing. And it would be pretty annoying to have a mistake pointed out versus something that, like, you know, you probably should have done better. But anyways. All right, guys, we have got practice starting now. Let's get on into the watch along. I'll see you guys over on the watch along screen in a sec. Welcome along, everybody, to practice 3 for the 2026 Formula 1 Japanese Grand Prix, the final practice session before we get into qualifying later on today. Yeah, it's been a bit of a chill weekend as opposed to the sprint in China and the chaos of the first Grand Prix in Australia. But there's still been a lot of news and stuff to talk about, particularly these guys on screen right now, McLaren. Are they going to be in the fight for pole? Are they going to be in fight for the race this weekend? News just coming out that Lando is having his ERS pack changed in his car again. So, yikes. He is still struggling with that ERS. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out over the course of the season. For people who don't know, the team have come out and said that he's got a terminal ERS issue with one of his batteries. So that battery is basically just in the bin so early on in the season. So yeah, but Paris Street is about to begin. We've got drivers still sitting in the garage, not in their cars, so I reckon it's going to take them a little while to get out of the garage. But yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. If you're new here, this is how it works. You got my face here, you got the live timings here, you got the session timer down the bottom left that you can sync on up with, and you got lovely Twitch chat that you can type in. So if you're watching right now on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. Twitch is the place to be. We're live for every single Grand Prix weekend, for every single session. So join me later on today for quali. We'll be staying live in between sessions to do our fantasy team and look at some other stuff. But yeah, let's wait for the session to begin. Channel point predictions are up in Twitch chat. Who will finish first in practice 3? Get your channel points in. The fact that I have to remove Red Bull off the channel point predictions now because they're that poo is so annoying. But hopefully they're back. Sand, thank you for the follow. Now Oscar better have another car issue for the GP, you reckon? Oh, that would suck. That would suck. He's had some bad luck, can't lie. Welcome back to 1989 onboards. Yeah, what haven't you noticed? It's always fans, Argentinian drivers are freaking to say. Yeah, the South Americans are very passionate. I'm generally surprised by how little there's hardly been massive news regarding McLaren, but I guess British bias really wouldn't want to make one of their teams look bad. Wait, you talk about McLaren being bad? I think McLaren and Red Bull have just kind of like, I don't know, all the talk's been about Mercedes and Ferrari being good rather than McLaren and Red Bull being bad. I mean, obviously there's been a lot of talk about Max, but not so much about McLaren. All right, timer is now on the screen. Let me get it up for you guys. Oh, it feels so much better today. You do not understand, bro. We'll see how long that lasts, but fuck me. Timer's up. Sync on up. Final practice session till May. True. So my plans during the month off, I was initially planning, or I still maybe am, I was initially all guns blazing going to try to get to Long Beach, do some IRL streams in LA at IndyCar, but I've not really heard much about that, despite giving a lot of advancement to try to get over there and try to do some streams. I've not really heard much. Basically, my management is pretty close with IndyCar, but we've not really heard much back about if I can go and stream and stuff like that. So I'm kind of a bit like, I don't want to spend money to go over there just to get fucked. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to go to IndyCar anymore. But if I don't, I'll still stay home and watch Long Beach on the stream. We've also got the historic Monaco Grand Prix, which we'll watch on stream. I've got some other content ideas to do, but I think next week I'll probably just take it chill. I'm probably, I've grinded for like 3 months, and I think it's really caught up to me, like the absolute, the sleep schedule of the last month, like January. I genuinely think my sleep schedule has never been as bad as it's been the last month. I know TikTok. I'm literally streaming TikTok. I'm not doing anything wrong. What do you want from me? I can't even stream watch-alongs now. Yeah, unoriginal reproduced content. I'm literally streaming a watch-along. What do you want from me? It's bugged. It has to be bugged. Like, what is happening? It's not taking, like I don't get it. Is it the live timing? It's like, I saw on Reddit, someone was like, oh, if you have like a static image, you need to take it off your screen. Is it because the Twitch chat is on the screen? Like surely not, bro. What? Like, what is it? Am I getting messed up? Like, what is happening? Try putting just your face or something? Yeah. We'll give it one more try. If not, I will try a different layout because maybe it's Twitch chat. But then again, I saw another guy with his Twitch chat. I don't know, bro. We're going to have to start doing Mark Goldbridge and just stream my face. No overlays, just face. Anyways, sorry, I keep moaning about TikTok, but it's imagine I was streaming on YouTube and I could go live on Twitch or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a fucking annoying. Anyways, what was I talking about? Not streaming. Oh, yeah, I think, honestly, I've absolutely grinded the last 3 months. Like, if you speak to my housemates or you speak to Chris, like, they know how much I've been grinding, like, literally every single day, streaming, editing, pumping content out. Last week was a little bit of a chill week. but still I had a lot of things going on outside of content. And yeah, man, it's been an absolute grind, and I think as well the last month, especially with the time zones, have absolutely screwed me up. So I think next week I'm just gonna chill and take it easy. And then for the 3 weeks after that, I think we'll try some different content. I've got a bunch of content ideas I want to do, F1 and non-F1 related. But yeah, I think it'll be a very chill month as opposed to the start of the season, which sucks, you know, like as a content creator, building up all that momentum for 3 months, you know, I've had my best 90-day period on Twitch, on TikTok, on YouTube, and then to just like no F1 for a month kind of sucks. But I'm really excited for the month following that because we've got Miami, which is sprint weekend, and it'll be the first F1 back in a month. Then we've got Nürburgring 24 hours the week after that. Then we've got Canada and Indy 500 on the same weekend. And then we've got Forza Horizon 6 releasing. And then we've got Monaco and Spain. So yeah, it'll be good. And then I think WEC 24 Hour Le Mans is around that time as well. So there's a lot happening when we come back. So it will flow nicely after that. But this next month, it's just going to be a bit quieter for me. But I'm not gone. I'm just chilling. Anyways, let's enjoy Japan while it's in front of us. But Alpine 1-2 right now. Alpine seem to have gone backwards this weekend. So far, I think, based off of China, Alpine gone backwards. Williams gone forwards a lot. Ferrari gone backwards. McLaren gone forwards. They're the only... otherwise, the pecking order stayed pretty much the same. Finn Corrigan, they were the vote. GTA 6 going to end the run on Forza Horizon 6. I mean, GTA 6 comes out many months after Forza Horizon 6, but yeah. Little bro wants to be crofty. I try my best. Pray for the weight reduction package in Miami. Yeah, I think a lot of teams are going to bring updates in Miami. Canada maybe especially, because that gives them another 2 weeks. I love these new graphics above the cars. They look so good. Kind of looks like a video game. W.053, they've followed. You race RC cars. What did you think of Kimi and Ocon racing RC cars in the paddock? Why have I got a Discord ping? How is that even possible? I don't even know. I do have Discord open. Let's hope Oscar can get at least the start the GP. Let's hope. It's not looking good for Norris right now. Yeah, Jolin's talk about Lando's battery. I actually don't know too much information about Lando's battery, but from what Jolin just said, apparently it just got bricked. Like the software completely went kaput on it. Lovely. Do a stretch zoom of your face. Lando will be taking grid pens on batteries soon. Yeah, for sure. Dude, for the love of God, what is McLaren doing with their car? Like, I'm a Norris fan. I don't even care. What's that? I don't even think this is a McLaren's fault. I think it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, tech. It just happens. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And to be fair, they're getting this from Mercedes. So they're just happy to get given a poo on that doesn't work. Piastri's gone forward. Norris can't even get out of the garage. Horizon 6 is going to be cinema. Yeah, I always love Forza Horizon. Or any game that comes out, I love playing on stream
3 months
during release week. But I think Forza Horizon is so fun, like trying to unlock the cars, driving around the map. It's definitely not a game that, well, I don't think so. But I definitely don't think it'll be a game that I play like consistently on my stream. But I definitely think those first few weeks when they come out, it's going to be so fun. Everyone driving around together. GTA 6 will end war. GTA 6 will end the war. Let's hope. That's actually another reason why. I think it's a combination of things, by the way. Coming back to Long Beach and IndyCar, I think there's multiple reasons why I've decided I'm probably not going to go now. One is just like the lack of, what's the word? Progress of, the lack of progress from like a planning standpoint of trying to get there. Like, you know, I was really hoping things would progress a little bit more in terms of like access and like hearing things about it. But two, obviously it just cost a lot of money. And like, I was willing to put in that money to kind of like have a really cool experience and get some really cool content. But if I can't do exactly what I want or what I had in my mind, then it's like, is it worth it? But I think 3 is also just the situation that's going on in the world right now. I don't know if I feel very comfortable going to America, specifically a city like LA, which I've been to before, which is Long Beach and more out of the city seems nice. But yeah, it's not, I wouldn't say that's the main reason, but obviously there's a lot of problems in America at the moment. I think my worst fear would be like getting stuck in America. Yeah. Jack, they develop. Sup, Trend? Holy, imagine going on track. This is typical FP3 antics. Everyone sits in the garage playing with their dick. I don't get it. Alan Endope, thank you so much for the 3-month sub with tier 1. Really do appreciate it. And guys, we finally hit the 3rd month of 100 sub points. We will now be getting Partner Plus. Thank you guys so much for that. I really do appreciate that. I remember speaking about it back in one of the testing streams where I was like, guys, I'd absolutely love if we hit Partner Plus. It would help so much getting the 60-40 instead of the 50-50. And yeah, I had a few friends help out in tier 3 subbing to get me past that point. But this month, we're still like 5 days out from the end of the month, and we hit 100. So thank you guys so much. So thank you so much, Alan DePay. Alan Enderpaid for coming in with the tier 1 as well. Really do appreciate that. Alyssa, oh my god, it's Matt, Mel, Doubt, Desiree, the GMT, Davide. Thank you guys all for the follows. TikTok, I love you. Look, you're working. I see followers coming through. I see people typing in chat. How lovely is this? This is how the relationship should work right now. Yeah? Please. FP3 sessions like this make you go sprints are good. I mean, I personally like sprints because the race is better. Yeah, I mean, obviously as a content creator, I'm very, very, very biased, but I've grown to absolutely love sprint weekends where we've just come out of China and Friday, my viewership was like 30% higher, which like, again, obviously I love that as a streamer, but like it shows that people care more about sprints, right? And then on a Saturday, as soon as I mention TikTok, do I just not say... Do I just not say the... Am I just not meant to say the word TikTok? Are they listening to me? Why is Bottas complaining? Appeal denied. What am I doing wrong? Alright, if you watch on TikTok, come join us on Twitch. Okay, I'm gonna restart TikTok again. We're doing experiments today. I'm gonna restart TikTok again, and I'm not gonna mention the word TikTok. Ever. The thing is, I'm used to this happening, and then, when it happens, I just restart my stream. Who cares? But it used to take 20 minutes for this pop-up to pop up. Now it pops up after like 10, not 10, after like 50 seconds. All right, let's go back to normal. What was I talking about? Can't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I'm obviously biased because as a content creator, it's better for me as a content creator. But as a fan as well, like I find myself waking up and being like, yeah, one practice session, and then boom, sprint quali, and then a sprint race, and then quali. Like, there's more to look forward to. And don't get me wrong, it's very oversaturated. Like, I always use my dad as a reference of he's like, wait, it's a sprint weekend? Wait, is this normal qualifying? Wait, what is this? Like, he gets a bit confused. Oh my god, I feel like it's my first time seeing the V-carb on track. Ooh, that looks nice. And... yeah, it can get very confusing for casual fans. And my dad, I wouldn't even say my dad's a casual fan. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, it can just be so confusing with what's happening. No, like 100%, I don't think it's on McLaren at all. He's just unlucky. Yeah, exactly. It just happens sometimes with new regs, especially. Don't forget the World Cup. True, World Cup. Well, I mean, next 3 weeks time, this wouldn't affect the prices of stuff. What even is VCarb's team name? Is it RB? I say VCarb, but their full name is Racing. I would say their name is Racing Bulls. I personally, it's a little petty, but I personally hate when people call them RB, because I mean they are technically Racing Bulls shortened is RB, but like people then say RB for Red Bull because Red Bull is shortened. And like, I don't know. The team name is Racing Bulls. You know what I mean? And VCarb obviously sounds cool. So I think a lot of people say VCarb, but no one says RA for Revolut Audi, and no one says BWT Alpine. So why does everyone say VCarb? Why is everyone calling... Why is VCarb the only team on the grid that people say the sponsor name for? No one says Ferrari HP. No one says MasterCard McLaren. But for some reason, everyone says VCarb, which is Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. Their actual name is Racing Bulls. But yeah, like whenever I do content, so like let's say for instance, Racing Bulls car reveals their car, I put Racing Bulls. I don't put VCarb. I put Racing Bulls because that's their team name. Getting stuck here is not a bad thing, but you'll be in Cali, so it's particularly shit. Oh yeah. As someone who lives in America, yeah, there's a lot of problems here. I'm from Minnesota, and we just need to take it day by day. Yeah, getting stuck, should be more concerned about not being allowed to enter in the first place. Yeah, that's true. That too. I mean, I think as a Australian Brit, I should be okay. But then again, I don't know. I don't know how it works, but he don't seem happy with us at the moment. Go to Montreal, Canada. So I've heard good things about Canada. I've been to I had a layover in Vancouver once, but that was just in the airport. So I was going to Dupain. A very good morning to you, Ponden. How you doing, mate? What's up, Daniel? I feel a lot better today, as you can probably tell. Star Marin and one Luana. Thank you guys for the follows. MP3 sessions like this make you... Wait, I read that. I saw TikTok is like... Oh, no! I said it. TSA is getting paid. Problem should clear up in a few days. Perez missing the last corner. Wait, how did he back out and still manage to go over the gravel? I guess he just wanted a shorter route. Is Norris going to go out? He is completely swapping out his ERS, so he will probably miss at least half the session. Yo, can we make Red Bull? Can we make jumbo Red Bull cans without caffeine? I don't mind the sugar, but like... Like, I want to have 5 of these. These are so fucking good. But I just don't want to be stomped out on caffeine. VCarb became kind of catchy, to be fair, yeah. Hey, man, what is it? I'm hearing about energy deployment restrictions. So, FIA have announced that for quali, they're going to lower the amount of battery that can be harvested to try increase the driver's skill in qualifying. This is the first time they've done this, and it's just a minor adjustment to test how it's going to go. So, we'll see how that plays out. And then they might do some bigger adjustments for the rest of the season. Sainz told Matt and Tommy in an interview that race weekend should get rid of the sprint quali and have them line up reverse grid, and I agree. It's up the dark zone part on the straight. When he says the reverse grid, does he mean reverse grid off championship order? Norris has had a major issue in every single session beside the Oz race. Yeah, it's bad. Norris dropping a generational title defense right now. What do you want him to do, bro? What do you want him to do? No better issue. I don't think he'll set a time for quali even. I mean, this is probably why they're swapping out the batteries so he can have no problems in quali. I feel like the FIA love the constant cat and mouse overtaking. Oh yeah, they've said that they like the entertainment of it. Generally, what can he do? Fix his car on his own? There doesn't engineer's already on it. Wait, has it been announced that Norris is not doing practice at all? Surely not. Why are these guys crying? It's fucking practice, bro. Oh, Piastri just blocked Hulk. Nice. Okay, now that is worthy of complaining about. Have Audi had their red fixed up? I feel like it's am I no, I was trying to say it was a little bit more distinguishable. It is just not. Yeah, I don't know why Red Bull's not coming out. They need time. Well, they're coming out now. I'm really curious to how Williams do this weekend. Maybe the haircut worked. Maybe it shaved off enough weight. Sorry, one sec, guys. Shuddy but a dance will be all night. Is tomorrow race? Yeah, race will be tomorrow. Keep in mind time zones with depending on where you live, there is daylight saving change overnight in Europe. Is it just London? Just UK, or is it Europe as well? Either way, go on the F1 website. That will tell you the time. I'm not going to bother trying to convert the time for you guys, but just go check the website yourself. It'll be 6 a.m. UK time. So I just found out some cool news. They're going to let me drive an older Indy Lights car. That is sick. How do you get these opportunities? What the fuck? Hook me up. Are you gonna be at Long Beach? Hook me up right now. Let me stream from an Indy Lights car. McLaren just need to smuggle the MCL 39 to Miami. Your mum's gonna lose her mind. Why is your mum gonna lose her mind? Again, TikTok, bro. What? Okay. Oh, look, my appeal was approved. So the manual person at TikTok, when I appeal, it's manually being approved that there's nothing wrong with my stream. But I'm automatically getting my stream striked every 2 minutes. What is happening? Okay, I'm going to try changing layouts. Guys, if you're watching on TikTok, be sure to follow. Come join us on Twitch. Something's broken with my TikTok this weekend. And then I contact support and there's like, there's no problem with your... No, there is. Oh, what have I done? Okay. Change the layout. Let's see if this solves it. When the Rebels will DNF tomorrow, it's not going to be Verstappen, you reckon? What do you think Hedge is going to do? Luke Browning, becoming professional trackside commentator. He looks great. Damn, no, honestly, Luke, quit the F1 dream. I think he's made for this. Look how well he's speaking. If you're not watching on F1 TV right now, Luke Browning is trackside doing like great commentary. Damn. He is actually really well spoken. Couple of connections, plus I think Roger Penske likes me for some reason. You see, like, I see a talent in you. Well, tell Mr. Robert Penske that I want to stream. Roger Penske's guy that I want to stream at IndyCar. Hook me up. I've been live for 10 seconds on TikTok and see. No, this has to be bugged. This is actually a joke. Well, I'm not streaming TikTok this weekend. It has to be bugged. I literally click live and 10 seconds later it's gone. The fuck? Oh, wait, the player went up to the top. Okay, okay, that's what we want, that's what we want. Three-way fight. One sec. Rest in peace, my TikTok career, guys. Rest in peace, my TikTok career. Let's just hope it's like bugged and it gets fixed by Miami. Yeah. But damn. That sucks. I've had such a good year this year. But yeah, that's now the first 3 Grand Prix of the year I've not been able to stream on TikTok. First one was my fault. First one was my fault. Second one was just unlucky. This week, not my fault at all. Like, what the fuck's happening? Oh, so frustrating, man. You know, like, again, like I'm like, damn, like, how much following, how much viewership, how much everything miss out on not being able to stream on TikTok. It's just such a shame when you're trying to grow your content, grow your stream. Oh well. Go on Sky Sports F1 schedule. It will tell you guys your local time. Rebel needs to snuggle the RB19 into Miami. Lou Brown should actually pursue commentary. Yeah, it was really good. I keep saying that app is a complete disaster now for some reason. Just stop using it. Well, I can't stop using it. It's my job. Using TikTok Studio? Yeah, TikTok Studio. Though I will say when I drove the GT car one time, I had the seatbelt was so tight that I literally had trouble breathing. Yeah, it can be annoying. When you're on like a roller coaster or in a car or something like that, and you're just like, you want to be snug in, but then too snug is like hurting. This car looks so poo, man. I don't understand this graphic. Why is the deploy going up and down like that? But he didn't super clip there though. He just stopped using his ERS because he wanted to save it for the main straight. A second down, yikes, bro. From a client 30 minutes ago, the team identified an issue with the ERS pack, which now needs to be replaced. It's unlikely Lando will participate in FP3. Damn. He's still not out. Yikes. V-Car best of the rest though. Damn, really good lap of the mediums. What the fuck? Wow. The fact Red Bull and V-Car are battling it out is crazy. You want the belts tight though. You hate when you move around your seat. Yeah. But I think the worst thing was I remember when I did my supercar, it was the rally hot lap. And like I couldn't even move my head around. It's kind of like claustrophobic. But I get it obviously because you want to be tied in for if you crash. But I'm trying to gift Piastri the World Driver Championship. Make up for last year. Yeah, the Outlander is so much track time. Who's done the least amount of like track time this year? It has to be Lando, right? Surely. But actually, sorry. Alonso and Stroll. And then Lando. Wait, what are Sky Sports comments saying about this Lando thing? George Russell is winning this year's championship. How the heck does one car have so many issues? This is just stupid now. Why is it only Lando, not Piastri? God, people are so dumb, bro. I actually, like... Why is my iPhone broken and not everyone else's? Why did my car break down and not every other Ford in the world? Why did that roller coaster at Disneyland break down, but not every other roller coaster at the park? Bro, it's fucking tech. That's how it works. One day I wake up, my PC works, one day it doesn't. How is Audi and V-Carb better than Red Bull? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Red Bull have... Apparently it's a big chassis issue. It must be their weight, surely. How much time would they be losing from this weight? Add 3/10 up. Come on, Ferrari, McLaren, give us something, bro. Give us something. You should have said 6-7. Shout out Freddie Rasmussen for rocking number 6-7 in F1 Esports this season. Good save from Leclerc there. Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. How's it going? Arrow on the stream, by the way. Yeah, this Ferrari does not look good. Appeal approved again, bro. What the fuck's happening? Guys, I don't condone these activities, but what's your guys' thoughts on hookah? I've never done it before, but we live like right next to a fucking hookah joint. I think the only driver that has less running than Norris is Stroll. And it could be Alonso as well, surely. Wait, watch when this wing comes up. Oh, the wolf eyes. I just want to howl every time I see it. Lawson or Max ahead in the World Drivers' Championship this week. Honestly, I think Liam could generally beat Max this weekend because Liam loves this track. You know, he obviously did this in Super Formula. He's done this in, I think, all of his F1 seasons. Yeah, he did it in the 2023 when Ricciardo broke his hand. He did it in 2024. Did it in 25. So he's got a lot of experience at this track, and he's really good at this track. For people that don't know, Liam did Super Formula back in 2024, 2023. And obviously Super Formula is a Japanese series, so all the testing was done at Suzuka. They do multiple races at Suzuka, so Liam has a lot of experience at this track. It's crazy to think Liam probably has more experience at Suzuka than Oscar Piastri. Because Piastri's only been here 4 times. Liam's been here like probably 6 or 7. I mean, I had my first sip of alcohol at 13. Damn, you're crazy. Well, depends what you mean by sip. Ponden, they're bringing sperm racing to London. You'd be good at that, not gonna lie. You reckon? RL stream at the sperm racing comp. Alonso has over double the laps of Lance. Wait, really? Want Oscar to have a good day tomorrow, not expecting a win, but a top 4 to 5 finish would be good, though knowing his luck, he will likely race with DNF halfway through it. Well, looks like McLaren have turned up their engine again, because the spread is big. You hate the odds broadcast? Wait, why do you hate the odds broadcast? He's super well spoken. The Williams stuff he does too, like the fans. Yeah, I love watching Browning on the Team Redline streams. I mean, the Verstappen sim racing streams. Bro, it's gonna take me way too long to start saying Verstappen sim racing instead of Team Redline. Redline, like Redline is just so easy. Redline. If you want to say the full name, Team Redline. Now you gotta say Verstappen sim racing. That's 6 syllables, bro. I ain't got time for that. I got places to be. I could literally do a lap quicker than Aston Martin before I finished saying Verstappen sim racing. Scenes if Norris wins after all these issues, imagine. We'll look at the score after this session. So, one second, guys. I'm just doing something. Wait, Lando's coming out. Hell yeah. That's good. You can get some time in. It's cooking.
Norris problems again.
Yes, he did. He was in the garage for the first 37 minutes of practice, but he's now out. Thank you so much. It's Cookie for the 5-month resub, dude. Really do appreciate coming with the tier 1, man, and supporting the stream. Yeah, if people are just shooting out in, Lando had a ERS issue that they had to swap it out. That's why we missed the first half of the session. Yes, Yesaki. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Arms. Thank you, thank you. What was landed before? Yeah, like I said, the ERS pack issue. All right, let's see what Lando could do. Let's see. Can he kind of show some good lap times like Piastri was showing yesterday? We need this month break. Yeah, I think the month break is going to be nice for the sport, but when we come back, but that month's going to be rough. Yeah, true. Imagine not following. What the hell? Arrow, then with the follow. Test. Why does the season feel so unserious with so many of the teams having major issues? Last year was my first full year watching F1. Is this normal? Yeah, so for the last 4 years, there's been an engine freeze, which means all the engines were frozen in performance. They could only work on the reliability. So the engines and the cars became very reliable. Also, obviously, the more you go through a regulation cycle, the more the teams understand the cars, the more they are better. We've now come into new regs and new engines. The freeze is finished. And yeah, so teams are learning how the chassis works, learning how the aero works, learning how the engines work. So everything's very unreliable at the moment. I'm trying to think of it like an analogy you could use. It's like, I don't know, imagine cooking a food for the first time. Like, it might work, it might be okay, but like you might burn something the first time, or you might be like, oh, that needs more salt. And until you actually eat it, you don't know how good it's gonna be. And that's what's happened with these cars, you know, until they run it around the track and actually test it properly. You know, because they can't just test the car outside of official sessions. So like, you know, that's why that first test in Barcelona was so important for the teams. Miami might be genuinely more interested in those GP. Alright, so Lando, what did he do? Oh, did he just get blocked? Oh, he went up to P11. We can do better than that. Arrow, then the follow. First run, just gotta give it some time. Honestly, I find myself reading chat more than actually watching practice sessions nowadays. Yeah, that was not a good lap. Why did you lie to me, bro? Hey, that was his first lap, so he'll improve, he'll improve. Wait, Suzuka was built as a test track for Honda? It wasn't built as a Grand Prix or like a racetrack? Really? That's so interesting. Okay, Oscar yellow, Russell 2/10 up. How Mercedes getting even quicker, bro? Honestly, no offense, Alex. No offense. But like, what is the point of even having 24 hours on Le Mans, 9 appearances, 2 podiums at the bottom? Actually, wait, are 9 appearances in the 24-hour Le Mans or 9 appearances in WEC? Actually, sorry, I take that back. 9 24-hour Le Mans are solid. You think we'll win this season? I got George Russell winning the championship. Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. How many, when they change regs and engines, how many years do they keep them? It depends on the regs. They haven't decided how long they're going to keep these regs for yet. Excuse me. Oh my god, it feels so much better today, man. Like, obviously, I am tired. It's 3 AM, but I don't feel like I'm dying like yesterday. So, better. But yeah, mine will be very interesting. I think it will almost feel like a new season, kind of. Nowhere near as hype as Australia, but after like, everyone's gonna have blue balls for like a month waiting. Guys, the Black Eyed Peas are coming to Milton Keynes. Do I go see them? Let's hope Aston Martin lock in after the break. Let's hope Cadillac sort some of their shit out as well. Who do you think is getting pole? Well, I was hoping it would be a Ferrari before the weekend started. I was hoping it's going to be a McLaren after FP1 and 2. I think it's going to be Russell now. Ollie Behrman, 2027 World Drivers' Championship. Trust. I see it. I see it. He's going to move to Ferrari and they're going to lock in. I think... I will say, this is probably way too early to say right now, but I do think Ferrari and McLaren will put up more of a fight. Oh. Great save. Wait, how the fuck has he lost the car there? That is an elite save, but how has he lost the car there? I guess on the exit curb? Let me guess, he dipped his toes in the grass. Well, that was a good time to catch to him on board. Usually if it's like a driver's crashing like that, they don't cut to them. I actually think the Haas looks ugly at IRL. Fight me. This livery I'm talking about. Oh. Kind of on the, kind of not on the exit, but kind of like on the acceleration part. Word. Good save though. Good save. Why is Russell everywhere, bro? Get out. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I do think Ferrari and McLaren are going to put up a better fight. How do I word this? I feel more confident about McLaren and Ferrari catching Mercedes and putting up a fight at the end of this year, more specifically next year, than other teams catching McLaren last year, / other teams catching Red Bull earlier in the regs, / other teams catching Mercedes in the previous reg cycle. Sorry, 2 cycles ago. Like I do feel confident with the way these cars are and the following that like what I mean by that is like I feel like last regulation 2019, 2020, 2021 reg cycle and 22, 23, 24, 25 reg cycle, I feel like you needed to have a car on par or better to actually compete and win a race and win a championship. Whereas I feel like these cars, like you could be 2/10 slower and still battle. Like think about how strong Mercedes was in qualifying in Australia. Yet Leclerc still hung on for 11 laps. China sprint, they still hung on. China race, they still hung on for a little bit. You know, I still stand by what I said. I feel like if they didn't battle for as long and battle each other for as much as they did, I don't think the gap would have been as big as it was. I don't think they would have won in hindsight, but I don't think the gap would have been that big. And I think that is a good sign for these regulations. So, yeah. Well, Merck's getting nerfed after Monaco. Well, apparently FIA, Merck have already passed those tests. So, I don't even know if it's gonna mean anything now, which is kind of sad. Also, having the fastest second sector on his run, but still being way off is something we've seen so often this year. Yeah, the sector lies or the sector pranks are huge this year. The World Driver Championship is going to be Russell 98%, but I want to enjoy the battle between him and Kimi. Yeah, I just don't think Kimi's going to be able to put up a good enough fight. I really hope he does, but I just don't think he'll be able to be honest. Hang copium from you, but what was my copium? When the DLC comes out for the F1 26 car, the F1 25 game, what is the first car you're doing? Oh, you know we're hopping in the Red Bull. Probably Red Bull Australia. I love that track. Best track on the game. This is rough as a Red Bull fan. Tell me about it, bro. Tell me about it. We're V-Carb fan this year, guys. We might end up wearing the V-Carb merch more. Might have to start wearing the Red Bull merch on Saturday and the V-Carb merch on Sunday, you know? Low key? Low genuinely? Liam has a higher chance of getting a podium than Hadja this year. Not even capping. Max, I still think, you know, just as Max. But like, I mean, I know people are going to be like, no shit, Sherlock. But I actually don't think Hadja's that far off Max. But I do think the V-Carb is good enough that it's quicker than the second Red Bull driver at the moment. Despite Hadja only being a little bit off. Fine, like I'll say it. There's a good chance Liam gets a podium before Max this year. If that's what you want me to say. I generally feel that V-Carb is more stable and more comfortable right now. Like the Red Bull seems quicker than the V-Carb, but it's weird. Whereas the V-Carb, the only problem is that engine going kaput every 3 sessions. I think Verstappen will get a podium before Hadja for sure still. He's still the better driver, but he's just struggling this year. Man, the Audi is my favorite sounding engine this year. Yeah, it sounds so nice. I must say, I've gotten used to the engine sounds now being louder. But like, I feel like when I go back and watch the highlights from previous years, I realize how much quieter they were. Vega being good is going to make people think Liam should be in that Rebel suit. That's good. I will say, I'm a Liam fan. You know me. But it's only been 2 weekends, and Liam kind of was pretty underwhelming in Australia because of his race start. And I started to see people being like, get Liam out the sport, like he lost to Arvid, blah, 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 blah. But what I find so interesting is that after China, I saw so many posts. I think it was Man Tommy talking about them. I saw Tomo. I saw Kim Illman make a post. I think even F1 make a post. I saw so many posts talking about how Liam is the lead Red Bull driver at the moment. Wow, Liam got dropped this time last year, and then this year he scored double points. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just kind of like, are we that fickle as an F... Well, not we, but are people that fickle as an F1 fan base that, like, we're only 2 races into the season. One of the races, Liam literally scored no points while his rookie teammate had an amazing race. And we're already glazing Liam after 2 races. And again, like, I love that as a Liam fan. Like, I love to see that. Finally, Liam's getting his flowers that he deserves. And, like, I feel like Liam's so under the radar. But it's just like, are we serious? Like, it's the 2nd race and we're glazing Liam. Like, he's back, guys. He's a good driver, guys. See? And it's like, why did it take 1 race in China for people to realize that? Like, hello? It just annoys me, man. Why Audi and Ferrari the same shade of red? Yeah, it's annoying. The Rebel was volatile, but they built it to be capable of winning. The V-Cub is stable, but built to be consistent midfield. Recipes by Granny. Lonzo coming out, guys. Lonzo coming out. Why does no one do quick quali laps at the end of FP3 anymore? We need V10 screaming into the braking zone. This sounds like the engines die. We're going to the corners. I mean, yeah. I mean, the engines still need improvement. It's way better than last year. That's exactly what's happening to Tyler. The cars aren't at full speed before 130 mid-corner and all the way to triangle chicane. Poor GP having to put up with this, bro. I don't think it's the same people changing their mind. I think it's one crowd is louder. No, 100% young, 100%. I mean, that's the problem with social media nowadays, right? It's like, there's so many people talking that you can kind of be like, ah! It becomes overwhelming. Oh. Read YouTube chat. I'm rated at Formula Pro. Twitch is the main place I read chat though, bro. I've got 7 minutes left for practice 3. Thank you guys for joining me so far for practice. The last practice session for a whole month. It's also crazy to think, right, that we're going to have so many upgrades and stuff coming to Miami. I actually think about this now. Wait, I was going to say, think about it now. We're going to have so many upgrades coming to Miami. Oh, actually, teams will probably delay their upgrades to Canada because what's the point in chucking upgrades on with 1 practice session? But Canada's also a sprint. So you either don't bring your upgrades or you bring your upgrades and do 1 practice session. So fuck me, Miami's going to be chaos. All right, come on, Lando. Give us something to look forward to, man. Coming in a quali. Otherwise, it's going to be another Mercedes 1-2. You You think you're the shit? You're only the fart. That's not 5 tenths up on Antonelli though, right? No, it's just 5 tenths up on his own time. Hamilton only 5th right now, 2nd off. Can we just ban Mercedes from ever competing in Formula 1 ever again? They're too good, man. Yep, now he's lost a second. Bro, there's no way we're coming to a higher downforce track. One of the higher downforce tracks on the calendar. And Mercedes is this quick. Monaco, guys. Monaco, believe. Monaco is where we see a different winner. Do you have a second favorite driver? My 2 favorite drivers are Max and Liam. Obviously, Max being my like big dog driver, Liam being my kind of underdog driver. Yeah, Kimi's looking so good, looking good so far this weekend. What about Jonathan Wheatley? Well, he's left Audi. Might be going to Aston. Should be going to Aston. There's rumors saying that only Jeddah is going to be back by September between Qatar and Abu Dhabi. There's no gap between Qatar and Abu Dhabi to put Saudi, though. There's only one spot on the calendar they can put Saudi, and that is 1 week. Oh, Liam, big snap. That's either removing 1 week of the summer break or putting it after Miami. What? Bro, it's practice. You're gonna get dirty air, man, from people going around the track. People just need to chill the fuck out. Jonathan left a peak place to go to garbage. Well, the rumor this week has been that he didn't leave to necessarily go to Aston. He left because of the power struggle between him and Mattia. And obviously then Aston came along and he's like, well, fuck. But also, like, I don't think a team principal really cares what team they're at. I think they care about the environment they're in and how much they're getting paid. Like, a driver obviously cares about what team they're at, right? But like, okay, would you rather be a mechanic of a winning team getting paid 50K a year, but you're in an environment that's like kind of mediocre and you're getting paid 50K a year? Or would you rather get paid 100K a year and be in a nice environment? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think a mechanic or a team principal or a this or that care as much about being at a winning team. You know what I mean? Like, I could be wrong, but like, I'm just thinking about it more from like a work standpoint. Like, you know, you would want to work at the company that pays you more and has the better work environment. Like, I don't know. Would you rather work at Apple, who's, you know, #1 fucking company in the world, or would you rather work at like a tech startup and get paid more and have a better environment? You know what I mean? And like, some people might work for Apple, aka Jonathan Wheatley's already worked for Red Bull. He's worked at a top team. He probably doesn't care about being at a top team. He just wants to be in an environment about, you know, with the best pay and the best situation for him. You know, you also got to remember he had to pack up. He's from the UK. He had to pack up shop and move to Switzerland or Germany. I can't remember which one it was now, to be close to the factory. Maybe his wife and his kids were like, yeah, this is fucking annoying. We don't get to see you / we don't like living in Switzerland. And he's doing it for his family. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I don't think personally, I just don't think the narrative of he's gone to a shit team really matters for a team principal as much, especially when the shit team is Aston Martin. Like, yes, they're shit right now, but they're not a shit team. Arguably, Aston Martin's a better team than Audi. Audi is, you know, just taking over Sauber, whereas Aston Martin have some of the best facilities in Formula 1 now. What is this traffic jam, bro? Let me guess, he complains. Even though literally nothing happened. Thank you, Pia. Thank you. Just overtake them. Like, shut up. I get it, you know, like when you're in a sporting environment, you just get hot and heavy and you just like everything fucking annoys you. But like, bro, it's practice. Chill the fuck out. He's thinking long term, / financially better off for Aston unless they stroll. Unless they lost Stroll investment. Yeah, exactly. You think a move to Aston Martin is a sinking ship is wise instead of sticking to a promising team of Audi? Like I said, it's not about sinking a ship. The ship's already sunk, so now you can build it up. I think the only negative, the only negative, in my opinion, about Jonathan Wheatley leaving Audi is he's put in all this work over the last 2 years to put Audi in a position they are in now, where they might finish the season best of the rest in the championship, maybe. And he's not going to be able to reap the rewards of achieving that. I mean, deep down, he knows what he's achieved for the team, you know what I mean? But like, he won't get the credit for what Audi do this year in their debut season. And that's the only negative, I think, about leaving the team. And then they Aston Martin at an absolute shit point. They can only build up from here now. Unless Aston Martin pull the plug at Aston Martin and pull out of the sport. But then again, Saudi company will take over. He'll still get paid the bag. I think Jonathan's chilling. I think team principal does care because he gets judged on his result. No, 100%. You know, it's no different to a driver wanting to win. Like, everyone wants to win, right? But I just mean, I think it's less important picking the team you go to as a team principal because, like, you know, like, those results come over a long period of time. Whereas a driver, like, you don't want to sit at a team for 4 years sucking dick, waiting for your car to get good. If anything, I think as a team principal, you'd rather go to a lower team and build them up and see that success than be at a top team and have the pressure of investors breathing down your neck and shit. Like, genuine question, would you rather be Manchester United's manager? Or would you rather, if you're getting paid the exact same amount, exact same work environment, would you rather get paid... would you rather be Manchester United's, or not same work environment, you're getting the same pay, would you rather be Manchester United's manager, where every single day you're going to work, you're getting shit on by fans, you're getting criticized, the team bosses are breathing down your neck, everyone hates you, or would you rather be like the principal of like a championship one team? Not team principal, fucking manager of the championship one team. Because I know which one I'd pick. I mean, maybe I'd pick Man United just to like be like, hey, I'm a Man United team manager for once in my life. But from an everyday, day-to-day standpoint, like, holy shit, that's stressful. And again, Jonathan Wheatley's already been at a top team for years. He's achieved everything. He probably doesn't care about, you know what I mean? Do you honestly think Wheatley will do anything different to Newey? Well, Newey's an aerodynamicist and he's old. Jonathan Wheatley, you could say was a what was it? Communications officer? What was he? No. Sporting officer. But he looks like he actively wants to go into a team principal role. Yeah, the difference is he had a good team and position and just left. I don't know if you got asked this, but you're going to consider MotoGP content. Yes, I think during the break, that will probably be one of the ones I play a little bit. We've got MotoGP 25 coming out and a few MotoGP weekends that I want to try do like a watch along for just to see how it goes. So, yeah. All right, guys, that wraps up FP3. Thank you guys all for joining me. We've got 2.5 hours till qualify now, so stick around. We're going to stay live. But a rundown of that session, we've got Alonso and Stroll in last. Damn, the fact that they're behind Cadillac now is so funny. Then we've got Perez and Bottas. We've got Sainz. Wow, Williams have completely gone back down to their normal spot after a really good FP1 and FP2. Colapinto P17. The Haas have dropped down a little bit. V-Carb. Then we've got Hadja. Gasly's kind of gone into the mix now. And then Audi, best of the rest again. Verstappen in P8. Norris, Hamilton, Piastri. McLaren kind of dropped off yesterday. Ferrari picked it up a little bit. And Mercedes at the top. Absolutely dominant ahead of every single person, which is every single team, which is crazy. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up FP3. Thank you guys all for tuning on in. Again, we are going to stay live, so stick around. If you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, come join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ponden. There's the place to be. We're going to do our F1 fantasy team now. So yeah, we will be staying live. But yeah, we do watch-alongs like this for every Grand Prix weekend, for every single session. So come join us. Yako, there with the follow. All right, that is it for FP3. Let's get into doing our fantasy team now. Let's put some music on. I need to put my live notification out. Let me do that real quick. You're toxic. Okay, so when we come back, it will be Q1. And we need the qualifying intro. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Among the many. Results. Practice 2. Practice 3. Alright. Let's get into doing our fantasy team, lads. Whoa, why are you looking at me like that, bro? Are these... No way these are AI. Are they AI images? Is it really that hard to just get, like, a random fucking woman to do these photos? No, that has to be... No, it's gonna be real. There's no way you just AI a photo like that. Yeah, no, that's gonna be real. I don't believe it. I don't believe they'd do AI for something like that. Alright, let's get fantasy up. I'm gonna do F1 Predict as well. I always forget about F1 Predict. Alright, let me sign in. But guys, if you haven't joined my F1 Fantasy League yet, be sure to do so. We've got $350 of prizes up for grabs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. So this is how my team's looking at the moment. Wait, what did I miss in chat? Sorry, I missed a couple of things. Would Antonelli be the youngest World Drivers' Championship leader ever if he wins tomorrow? Good question, actually. That's a good question. What are we waffling about? I actually can't remember what we're waffling about. Oh, we're waffling about Jonathan Wheatley and leaving Audi. Do you think Wheatley will do anything different? Wait, I read that. To be fair, this is not an excuse, and Kimi should be appreciated for the job he's done so far this weekend. But Suzuka has never been a strong track for George. He was always outqualified there. True. Good point. As a United fan for my Saturday, I'd choose the other option, or I'd take the job just to expose as much stuff as I can before I get sacked. Yeah, fair. Thanks for the stream. No worries at all. Dark Star. Both McLaren started really nicely, especially compared to the Red Bull. Do you watch the NASCAR Dakota Heights? I haven't. We're going to catch up with them soon during the break. Is Red Bull upgrades the friends we made along the way? What's up, Luma? Yeah, honestly, it feels like it. I saw AI birthday cards yesterday in the shops. Bruh. What's up, Nellis? How's it going, dude? They said like 10 minutes ago on the broadcast he would. Oh, wrong thing. Quali in 2 hours, 20 minutes. All right, so this is my fantasy team. How are we feeling about this? I'm happy with Russell. So Russell's got up 0.3. Anto's got 0.3. Bamman up 0.6. Lawson up 0.6. Raceball's up 0.6. Fry up 0.3. Hulkenberg down 0.6. Okay, we're chilling with money. Real quick, let's just see how much money we've got now from the first few weeks of kind of budgeting a little bit. Oh, only up 4.6. Actually, I guess it's kind of decent. All right. How much more money is Mercedes? I would really love to afford that, but I don't think that's possible. No. I think this is the best option for us. Okay. So, to be honest, Audi could be a shout this weekend. How's FP1 looking? So, okay, so Racing Bulls was best the rest of FP1. Williams and Haas were best the rest of FP2. And then we'll wait for the practice 3 ones to come up. But I think Audi was best. Okay. I think I'm going to keep Bamman. Bamman's locked in right now. He's going up in price. He's a solid pick. Might swap... part of me might swap out Hulk. But then again, like... Audi look good. I actually might keep this exact same team. I'm not going to lie. How much is McLaren? Yes, I can't afford McLaren. I think I'd keep Liam. Wait, Larvid's more expensive than Liam? Are we trolling? I actually might keep this team. I don't really think. I look good, but will they get 2 finishes? True, yeah. Honestly, I think I might keep this exact same team. Just wait for FP3 to update. Hurry up, bro. Maybe let's do our F1 Predict in the meantime. All right, let's do our F1 Predict. All right, predict the podium for the Japanese Grand Prix. I'm going to go Russell, Antonelli, and then... Let's go Charles this week. Charles will get his first podium of the season. And we apply the 2x chip. Oh, I got to log in. Fuck's sakes. Oh, wait, I forgot. It looks like I got a podium in Australia. True. Alright, we're going to go Charles. 2x. Who takes pole position? Let's go Russell. Actually, Russell was only just better in FP1. Antonelli was better in FP2, and Antonelli was better in FP3. Maybe Antonelli's going to lock in. Maybe I fall. Maybe I fall for the propaganda of Kimi better this weekend. Maybe I'm gonna believe it. Maybe Kimi's got a bit of a confidence boost. I do agree with you. Russell's always kind of struggled at Japan in comparison to other tracks. Japan feels more like an F2 track. I mean, Russell's also done F2. You know, I'm falling for the propaganda. Which driver qualifies higher for the Grand Prix? Ooh. So Behrman was higher than Hadjar. Hadjar was higher than Behrman. Can FP3 update? Someone send me a screenshot of FP3. This is important stuff, man. This is important stuff. What's with the new F1 Predict with points? They did put points last year. The point system's quite weird. Kai, they with the follow. Actually, wait, I could just go to the watch along screen, can I? Okay, I can't show it on the screen, but let me just look at multi-viewer real quick. Now the same for the follow. What was I looking at? Trying to look at again? Oh, yeah. Hadjar ahead of Behrman. I think the Red Bull's bad, but it's not that bad. I'm gonna... Nah, I'll go Hadjar. I believe in my boy. How many teams will get a driver into Q3? All right, so Merc, Ferrari, McLaren. Sorry, 2 Mercs, 2 Ferraris, 2 McLarens. I'm going to say both Red Bulls, although it'd be hard. And then we'll go... Wait, how many teams is that? Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes. 6. We're going to go 6 teams. Maybe 7? 6, 7. Maybe we'll go 7. Maybe that's... Then we need one of the Red Bulls to fuck up. Someone will have like a fucking mechanical issue. Let's go 7. But then there might be a double... No, I'm going to go 6. I'm going to go 6. Which team was at the fastest pit stop of the race? Who do we feel this week, lads? I mean, Mercedes have so much points. Let's go Mercedes because they just have so many points. Who was at the fastest lap time of the race? Let's go Kimi. Which driver will finish ahead in the Grand Prix? Gasly, Lawson, Sainz, Bortoletto. Ooh, it's not Sainz this week. Don't think it's going to be Gasly this week. Lawson or Bortoletto? Do I believe in the Liam train? Or do I believe in the Audi train? I'm back my boy Liam this week. I'm back Liam. Will safety car obviously be required for the first 10 laps? We don't really have many first lap or early lap safety cars recently, but I'm going to go yes, fuck it. How many classified finishes? I feel like it's going to be better than previous weeks, but Aston, Cadillac. I don't think it's going to be as bad as China. I think we'll lose 4 drivers. So let's go 18. Let's go 18. And then which of these teams will score more points over the weekend? Got to be McLaren. Got to be McLaren. Okay, the one I'm not feeling right now is this one. Do I back my boy Hadja or because FP1 Hadja was quicker than Behrman, but Ocon was up there. FP2 Hadja was way down on Behrman. FP3 Hadja was ahead of Behrman. I don't know. Part of me just feels like Haas might not be quick this week. Livery tax. Is there a league code? Yes. If you join a Discord, it's in the pinned message in the channel. I have a doubt. If the Racing Bulls' performance is close to the Red Bulls, the RB problem is not the engine, right? The car itself. Yeah, they said it's a chassis problem. They said themselves it's a chassis problem. Crazy how Red Bull and Haas can actually be compared for qualifying. Yeah, honestly, how's it going? Code, name, Slacker, welcome to the stream. Clickbait, thank you for the follow. And Nellis, thank you so much for the sub, dude. Really do appreciate you covering the tier 1, man. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Really do appreciate it, dude. I don't know. I'm actually going to back the Kimi train this week. I'm going to back it. Backing Kimi. I believe. This one, this is the only one I'm stuck on. That one annoys me as well. Nah, I'll go 7. Fuck it. You get some good points for 7 as well. Merc, Kimi, Liam. Yeah. 18. It's just this one. Nah, Bama will lock it in quali. Bama. No, go head job. But then I'm going to change this back to 6. Where's it gone? I'm changing this back to 6. But there's less points. I'm going to 6. All right, and then final one is McLaren. Hello? McLaren. All right, finish. Predictions done for Japan. Make sure to get your F1 predictions in. Join the all-win league. What do I get out of that? Do I win something if I win? What does that even do? Is this like, am I signing my life away? All right, make sure to do your F1 predictions. These, there we go. Jonathan, thank you for the follow. There's Jonathan Wheatley on garden leave in the stream right now, guys. I'm happy with this team, to be honest. Oh yeah, how's Bortoletto looking? Bortoletto better than Hulk. Hulk better than Bortoletto. Hulk better than Bortoletto. I'm happy with that. Ooh, maybe 2x Kimi this week. I'm gonna 2x Kimi this week. Ferrari, Racing Bulls. Maybe, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna do a tactical. Actually, no, I was gonna say a tactical one this week and pick Hulk. Wait, I can't even afford Bortoletto. Oh, okay. I'm keeping this team. I'm not getting Behrman out of my team. He's too good right now. Liam, I'm not swapping out of my team either. I'm happy with this team. I think I'm going to keep it. And then the transfers will hopefully carry over to next week. Yeah. I think they'll carry over to next week. So, yeah, I'm not going to use any chips. I'm just going to lock that in. All right, that's the team. Pretty easy. All right, let's do our poo team for the week, though. Okay, obviously Cadillac. Obviously Aston. Obviously Cadillac and Aston. Who am I 2xing, though? Who's had a stinker this weekend? I feel like Alonso's just bound. No, we'll keep 2x on Stroll. Even though these guys seem to have a lot more reliability problems. Who's the bum this week, though? Who is the other bum? Williams bad in FP1. Franco bad in FP2. Williams bad in FP3. Franco or Sainz, guys? You kept Albon? True, Albon had some problems, didn't he? But Albon... Okay, no. Albon bad time there. Albon was way up at FP2. Albon ahead of Sainz there. Albon was having some struggles in FP1. Maybe I just go Albon. Albon looked fried in that interview. Alright, I'm going with that. Albon, lock it in. Alright, that's the Ponden team for the Ponden League. Trying to make the worst team possible. Alright, there's my team for the week. Well, we have so much time to kill in between sessions, and this week fantasy was too easy to do. Right. Swapped. Oh, no changes this week. That's F1 Fantasy done. Guys, if you haven't joined the F1 Fantasy League yet, be sure to join on up. We've got $350 of prizes up for grabs for you guys to be able to win. And also join the F1 Predict League too. You DM'd me? Oh, Chris DM'd me. Yeah. I'll leave him added for a little bit. No, I was just messaging him before I went live, so I haven't opened it yet. Codename Slacker, Momo, thank you guys for the follows. IBN Nellis, thank you so much for the sub, dude. Really do appreciate you coming with the tier 1. Why is Red Bull ass? We're too fat, man. We're too fat. We're overweight. Any races joining trackside this year? I'm hoping to get to Silverstone, but I wasn't able to get there last year. But I'd love to get to Silverstone. It's just hard because obviously my content is all like live during the session, so it's hard to get to a race without missing out. Yeah, I'd love to get to Silverstone Thursday, media day would be great. So we'll see. Anyways, continuing on. Max for a Claire shampoo ad. I would not be looking at Max for shampoo advice, but that's just me. For Impact, the Impact sent L1 spinning in carbon fiber. That was such a dumb moment. Oh, is this the Macarena clip? Oh, cool. Everything's getting taken down by F1. Carlos making an appearance at Mercedes' traditional bowling night in Japan. Why is Carlos joining in?
Carlos Sainz here as well. Like, I don't really
he's in
know.
a different lane, I see.
He's hiding over there. Don't know what that's about. He's just rocked up, so maybe he wants to join Mercedes in maybe as a mechanic.
Okay. Russell's so funny, man. Kimi Raikkonen in Suzuka? Wait, what? Are we saying this guy looks like Kimi Raikkonen? I'm confused. Okay. I was completely wrong. Drivers took S1Ss in similar ways as they used to. I guess in hindsight, flat out didn't make sense as you need to accelerate between the connector corners and clipping cannot be that precise in terms of dropping enough. Wait, what? F1 cars are losing an average 50 kilometers an hour speed between the entry of L130R and the entry of the final chicane due to super clipping at Suzuka. Drivers have no battery for almost the whole third sector, having to downshift from 8th to 7th gear at full throttle. That's ridiculous. The prevailing belief of the paddock is that Bahrain will be cancelled, but they will try hold the race in Jeddah. It will be in September, or the calendar might even end with 4 consecutive races. Yo. How are we going to do that? Wait, you can't end with 4 consecutive races. That makes no sense. Because if you add a Grand Prix before Vegas, that would be on the 12th. And that's 7 days after that. So it'd become a 7-header. You can't do that. Do people like use their brains before tweeting? Like, I know these accounts are trying to get out as much tweets as possible every day to get as much following, but that doesn't make sense what you've written. September, not November. No. It says it would be in September, or the calendar might end with 4 consecutive races. And what I'm saying is, if you added the Grand Prix before Vegas. Oh, wait, are they saying they put Vegas as wait? Are they saying they could put Saudi could be the last race of the season? No, you can't do that. Abu Dhabi's got like set last race vibes. Wait, so how would we do Saudi in September? So we could do it between Spain and Azerbaijan, which would make that a 4 race spree. Which would make that a 4 header. Or you put it after Azerbaijan and make Azerbaijan Singapore a triple header. Yeah, that was it. When someone in chat was like blah 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 before, this is the only place you could put Jeddah without it fucking the calendar, without it making a quad header. This is the only spot you can put it. That could work. Baku, Saudi, Singapore. I like that. 3. The street circuit triple header. That'd be elite. Yeah. We'll take that. And yeah, Saudi and Azerbaijan are close, so it makes sense. Didn't you see the speak announcer? Yeah, I saw the announcer say Kimi Räikkönen. I just don't get how that correlates to that tweet that they put out. How Max Verstappen destroyed corner entry destroys front tire. I do not rate this guy's analysis personally. I mean, I'm not a driver like him, but he's had some very interesting takes. But let's see what he has to say. 36 minutes. Holy fuck.
I'm a driver coach and I specialize in open formula. In this video, we're going to talk about Max Verstappen's front tire. So, like I said, it's a story I've been following since 2024. Let me show you that in the first instance, and then we'll continue. But since 2023, I've been able to identify and confidently put my finger on 2 weeks on Shanghai last weekend. Okay, so let's talk about how the drivers like to frame the corners. I've been following Max's driving pretty much since he moved into Formula One, and he's always struck me as a driver that likes to open up the entry of the corner as much as possible. And I like to too, and I like to coach that as well. But in certain situations, I bring that to the table, but I'm also like, hang on, you'll always be thinking, when can I play a tight line? Because it's almost, for me, it's like a cheat code at this point. And so he was one of the only ones to start doing this at that time. I've got some images, different images, which I'll show you of Austria Turn 1, which is a really good example of it, where Max, you can see here, likes to open up the entry of the corner. I'll try to find another few examples. Yeah, this is another driver. I don't know who it is. A Ferrari not using all of the track there, for example. And again, these are just data points, a McLaren as well. And at this time, Max is swallowing this entry curb and opening up all the track width, which I would say is a good thing to do. Allows you to carry more speed into turn 1, steer a little bit less, keep minimum speed afloat, give you a better run through turn 1. Heaps of benefits to being out there. There's plenty of grip and enough downforce. And yeah, that's just one example where I'd say Max is taking advantage, and he was ahead of the curve at that time. There's a few other places and examples where you would want to do something like that. For example, the last corner in Austin, there's also a nice flat entry curb available there as well.
Okay, I don't have time to watch the full 36-minute video, but let me get what's this guy's analysis? I'm assuming it's him saying that like Max usually likes to attack the corners, but because with these new cars you can't attack that. I assume. Speed lost after the 130R. So Hulkenberg's lost 46. Hulkenberg to the most was 70. Interesting. Yo, shout out Christopher Haas. How do you pronounce his name? Haas? Reposted my reel on his story. Christopher Haas was the driver of the Audi. He has like 400 story reposts of him battling Max, which is really cool. I'm so glad that he's proud of his battle against Max. And he's getting some very cool limelight. It'd be awesome 3 street circuits, but Jeddah in September is actually hell hot. Really? What would it be, like 50 degrees? A closer look at Lewis's Japan helmet. Yeah, why hasn't he made a post about this? This is so nice, the white. I mean, it's still just a plain white helmet at the end of the day, but I love the red and kind of gold editions. It's really nice. Why is he bopping? Has he officially lost it? Isn't that just the engine banging about? Or is he doing that himself? This is interesting from Haas. So they put position 9, 11, and then they turned off the comments. Like, why are we turning off comments because you finished 9-11? Like, if people are going to be dumb enough to comment shit because you guys finished 9-11. Like, am I dumb? But it's just like... Anyways, 130R in 2026. I mean, they could have just done Ocon 11 and then 9, but then you always want to put the higher finishing driver probably on the left. 130R in 2026. Look how they massacred my boy. We got skipping Toto before GTA 6. Is this actually the caption that Mercedes put? No way.
Huh? It's just not cool that you copy me.
Damn, Toto's looking kind of fit here. Okay, not anymore. He's lost all aura now. Exactly 4 years ago, the Clone Verstappen had one of the best battles in recent years. I can't watch that right now because copyright, but such a good battle. I think what I'm feeling so far this year is that there isn't really any high speed anymore because you're arriving so slowly. Basically, everything is a medium speed corner now. 32 years ago, Michael Schumacher won the Brazilian GP and lapped everyone who finished the race. That's crazy. That was 32 years ago. Happy birthday, David Coulthard. Damn, he looks fly down in that bottom left pick. During one lap of his long run, Franco Colapinto's speed dropped from 329 kilometers to 231 after 130R while at 100% throttle. That's crazy. That is crazy. So this is what the qualifying simulation times look like. So McLaren and Mercedes pretty close. Ferrari a bit slower. Red Bull way slower. Audi best of the rest right now. Very tight between the midfield. And then race pace simulation. McLaren and Ferrari tight. Mercedes a big jump. Alpine ahead of Red Bull. What the fuck? This is funny. Aston Martin tweeting free practice Friday complete, but with no results on this on their graphic. What is the point? What is the actual point anymore, bro? I thought Ferrari had more advantage because they have more downforce, but it seems they're struggling a bit. Yeah, they at least they turned around though in FP3. But yeah. Who topped FP3 by the way? Kimmy. Let's about the predictions for Kimmy. Wait, why did no one predict Kimmy? You guys okay? Well done, the 1% of people who predicted Kimmy. The evolution of trash. Okay. Red Bull is 9 to 10 kgs overweight according to Racing News. Just enjoy Michael Schumacher taking pole position at Suzuka in 2001. Now this is Formula 1. This might be the worst quality onboard I've ever seen, but it will do. How have things gotten worse, man? How have the engines gotten worse? How has the racing gotten worse? How has it gotten worse? Guys, he's about a super clip. He's about a super clip. Yo, why people hating on Tag Heuer being in the sport when I literally just saw a Tag Heuer logo? Crazy, man. So wait, for context. 2001 Suzuka qualifying F1. 132.4. (2025) Japan qualifying Okay, it is 5 seconds slower, to be fair. I was going to say, like, we're only 2 seconds quicker, and we've made the cars sound worse, look worse, drive worse. But, okay, 5 seconds. But would you guys sacrifice 5 seconds to have cars that sound good, look good, feel good again? Because I wouldn't mind. But yeah, crazy, man, crazy. Congratulations to Alonso. We've got you covered. Okay. Most people say we're not even born then. I mean, yeah, I wasn't even born yet. How's the racing gotten worse? The racing was terrible back then. 10 overtakes in a GP. I mean, look, you're not wrong, to be fair, Spark History. You're not wrong. Like, I remember everyone gasses up old school Formula 1, and I sat down. I watched the full 2005 San Marino Grand Prix. And I remember thinking, like, damn, there was 2 overtakes that whole race. But I think the difference is like, nowadays, obviously ignoring the last couple races, let's just go back to last year, the last 4 years, you would get no overtakings in a race, but there was also no strategy battle. There was no, it didn't feel like the drivers were like really driving the cars. So at least back then, like you still had a strategy battle and you still had cars following each other. So yeah, but I would say like obviously the racing the last couple of weeks have been fucking amazing. So the racing is probably better now. But obviously it's maybe not as pure as it used to be. Most people say, wait, what was I up to? It's all about the amount of overtakes. The battles were better, yeah. So I mean, like, again, I was so shocked watching the 2005 San Marino Grand Prix. Let's watch this Kim In-win video shortly. What is this?
I'm in the Aston doing donuts. I will kill the game.
Oh my God, my boy say he's in the Aston doing donuts.
In retrospect, my respect was a Power Ranger high note, tumbling backwards into a karate kicking high note. My innocence will eventually.
This nigga doing the most.
Right, literally me. Max Verstappen 1 week race calendar. Mercedes AMG, Nissan Z Nismo GT500. F1 car loses 55 kilometers through 130R. Man, stop it. Corners like this, Cops, Arouge, etc. stopped being challenging years ago. Corner that once was about biggest balls is no longer like that in F1. Heartbreaking. We held the ultimate YouTube banger race. New video going live this Sunday, 6 p.m. GMT. This is going to be a cool video to watch. We got Willany. We got Kai. Love seeing Kai getting in the big leagues. We got Zach Alsop. We got Becky Evans, SV2, and Max Futrell. Wonder what this is going to be like, because Max is good. The others, probably all going to suck. When a US company bought it, I was hoping they'd force V8 turbos. Max Verstappen appeared to lose over 55 kilometers trying to go flat through 130. The US chickening was more artificial than anything we've seen this year. Yeah, I agree. The fact that Academics vertically stretches his face cam to make himself look less fat will not make me laugh. If you shut your brains and just watch some entertainment, then this year's racing is good. Yeah. Lando having the worst start to the championship season since Lewis 2009. Red Bull versus Williams and Suzuka. I don't even want to look at that. That's disgusting. He's back at it again. Wait, but he's got it. I'm assuming he's transitioning from Aston to Red Bull, though. Oh. I don't think you want to do that this year, bro. I don't think you want to do that this year. I mean, both are not great at the moment. Iconic then, iconic now. Celebrating 15 years of Checo in Formula 1. According to Spanish media reports, Fernando Alonso's son is also named Fernando Alonso. It is possible that there will still be a Fernando Alonso in the grid in 2060. Wait, really? Is this a joke? Trident saying the follow. He was not a pen when they publicly say why his son deserves a pen. Wait. The stewards heard from car 30, the driver from Liam Lawson, the driver of car 55, Carlos Sainz team representative, reviewed the team radio. Car 50 passed car 30 after turn 9 and then slowed considerably through turns 10 and 11. The car 30 close behind. It appeared from the video that driver of car 55 had unnecessarily slowed to bulk car 30 after car 55 had been affected by car 30 at turn 9, gone wide, and then abandoned his push lap. However, the driver of car 55 explained that he had slowed down because he had received a message from his team that another car, Jack Crawford, was approaching from behind on a push lap, and the driver of car 55 was slowing only to ensure that he did not impede car 34. The driver of car 55's account was confirmed by the team radio, and car 34 passed both car 55 and car 30 after the exit. The stewards therefore determined to take no further action. So they admitted that they made a mistake, and they don't get punished for it. Like, I know it's just practice, and like, you know, they can be a bit more lenient for practice, but like, oh, you made a mistake? Oh, fair enough. That makes no sense. Fangio and Dem did this for a living, you know.
Ferrari you like so much. And that was a tricky one. There was a touch there, and oh.
I hope he's okay. They might actually have to use MotoGP layout in Austria to help with the super clipping. Bro, imagine. Hello me, also the same size as you. Can we get a picture? Wait, what is this? Hello me.
Can we get a picture?
He low-key just wanted a picture with Lando. No. Not the other two. Not the other two. You're 0.6 seconds off the pace. Sorry, master. Can I race? Fuck you. An update from McLaren. The team has found, we saw that, based on the list circulating, Lando Norris has now been affected by some kind of issue in 10 of the 13 sessions this year. Yeah, it's a yikes, man. That's a yikes. Don't give TikTok. Don't give me hope. Nice meme. Nice meme. The team have identified an issue. Saw that. Oh my god. Repeat, guys. Repeat. Dude, Aston is so clearly that they're just masking out their finishing positions. Bruh. What is this? Wait, I thought it was going to be a funny edit. I didn't expect to be a good edit. Fernando Alonso using Fernando Alonso for a slipstream to help him win a long-awaited third championship of the year 2048. Alright, we've caught up on Discord. Alright, guys, let's watch some other videos now. We've got an hour and 47 minutes until qualifying starts. YouTube, I am going to end the stream there. We're going to stay live on Twitch, though. So come join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ponden. Come join us. We are going to stay live, like I said. And then I'll be live again on YouTube before qualifying starts. So YouTube, I'll see you guys later. Be sure to subscribe down below. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't already. Come join us on Twitch. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.